It's been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now a first down throw. Stafford into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Brandon, when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach and talked about how they wanted to begin this game offensively, they talked about their script, didn't they? 10 to 15 plays, the first 10 to 15 they had on their script. Nowhere on the script was there throwing an interception, I have to believe.
Now the dual threat man, this is DJ Foster. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15.
Gotta go.
A give. This is Foster. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Gotta go.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Well, we got beef eaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu, I'll tell you that much for free. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them. That feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 22. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hale. And he'll wind up losing yards. Yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. Out of the gun, Stafford trying to lay one up deep. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Taken from just outside the 30. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. They know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 20. Touchdown, Chicago! Trey Burton, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. Charles, that was a heck of a play.
It truly was, because when he made that catch, he had to shake through some people, right? So that play, to me, a highlight film that should be accompanied by bass music, right? I mean, boom, boom, boom. And he finds his way to the end zone. Terrific play.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Freeman with a fast feet. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. 10.
Set. 180.
Throwing again. Stafford. Completing it here, Marvin Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Stafford to Jones, enough for a Lion first down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47. A handoff, Devontae Freeman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Stafford. And that's complete to Luke Wilson. 23 yards on the play.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Hurry up, get set. We got three, fellas, we got three. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Hey, 5-0.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Down to the 25. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Set, lady.
On 2nd down, here's Stafford. Fighting through pressure. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So on 4th down, the Lions turn it over to Matt Prater for the field goal try. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. As we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Set up. 180. Gotta go.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. The linebacker, Christian Jones, there to make the stop.
Hurry. Hey, 18. 18. Lock in.
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Wendy Merciless in there to get him for a loss of 5. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky.
Hey, 18.
Now it's Trubisky. And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. This is Cohen. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Gotta go.
This is Cohen on the toss, and he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Trubisky now to throw on third down. Over the middle, complete. It's Burton. Trubisky finding the former Eagle Burton for the Chicago first.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
18. Red, up. Move. Hey, 18. Red, up.
On first and 10, it's Trubisky. Buying time to his left. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They run. This is Cohen. And he's got room. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this.
Gotta go.
Right back to him on first down. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Hey, gotta go. Move. Hey, 18. Red, up. Lock in.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Going to throw deep for the end zone. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
The Bears on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is third down and 12. Now Trubisky. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on, what does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that part. I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10.
21. Set. 180. Attack 50 left.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hale. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Here we go. Double right. Set. Get a waiting. Rerun.
Stafford on 1st down. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Aaron Lynch. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the gun, here's Stafford. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. From the red zone now, Stafford. An incomplete, an excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But 2nd down instead.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Set. 250.
2nd and 10, Stafford again. Open is Tate. Touchdown, Lions. Golden Tate, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions have got it back to a 1-score game. Prater for the extra point. And the lead down to 3 at 13-10. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Now Trubisky to throw. Flush it, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Hey, gotta go, gotta go.
So we're at halftime here in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10. Now an Eastern Michigan man. Darius Jackson on the carry. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They run again with Jackson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
18. Good move. Lock in.
Here's Trubisky to throw. And Bryant's got it over the middle. The 13 yards that time of the first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Go, run the ball after this. Hey, gotta go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hey, gotta go.
On the ground, this is Jackson. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs. On first down, Trubisky. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. Touchdown, Chicago! Allen Robinson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bears will extend their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he is out of bounds, getting it across the 30-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Let's go now, let's go. 3 down, 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down, 3 down.
Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air.
Monday.
But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Set, blue 60. Jumbo.
On first and 10, Stafford. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Golden Tate, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions able to get this back within a touchdown. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? Here's Prater now set to kick it away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now Trubisky on first down. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Throwing here, Trubisky. But he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Bears on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Here's Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Sean Robinson in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. On the return, it's Tate. Dancing away at the 30. Fights through and now crease. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. From the gun, Stafford. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jones. A big play there on the catch and run, and even 50 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody that has that ability, they want them on their team.
Set! 180! Hey!
They'll run here with Freeman. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Devontae Freeman hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are in for 6. Extra point good by Prater. And that gives him a 3-point lead. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at about the 32. Trubisky will throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Bryant. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Trubisky. Finding some room at midfield. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. Trubisky hitting Robinson for a big one. 51 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll set up a throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Back now at Ford Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They'll drop the throw. That is caught at the 7. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll look to throw. Escaping the... And he will score! Touchdown, Chicago! Mitchell Trubisky, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bears have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. Parkey adds the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Set, lady. 32.
Out of the gun, Stafford. He's going to let one fly for Tate. He's got a man complete. Golden Tate's going to go. Touchdown, Detroit. Golden Tate with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Big game, and we are not done yet. Prater for the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. Spins past him. And a great return. Solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. He'll try and start this drive in the air. The throw left side complete. That's Burton. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Trubisky now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Red, 18. There we go. You see it? Lock in.
Back to throw here. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll look to throw here. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tease Tabor, and this would have been returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Freeman again, a 1st down carry. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. Following the fumble recovery, it's Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
18.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, gotta go, gotta go.
On the run, this is Jackson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Hey, 18.
Now it's Trubisky. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before taking this down to the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's go.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll run it with Jackson. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They come out here in the I.
Hey, gotta go.
They get it to him running left. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? 23 yards on the play.
That gets them the 1st down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
Stafford now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
Gotta go.
Now it's Jackson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. As they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Gotta go.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And just like that, it's third down.
Hey, 18. Go.
Trubisky to throw. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Allen Robinson, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Bears turn that interception into a touchdown. Now Parkey for the extra point. Parkey with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the young men. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once that we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, and then finally kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. So with just under 40 seconds to go, you figure this is going to need to bounce their way if they have any shot. And this is going to be taken in by the Bears, and it appears they're going to win this game. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Gotta go.
And they'll run it here. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game.